Financial literacy for personal and business development. I guess by now you would have seen the Finance Act 2023 and all its clauses. Financial literacy has never been important in our history. You know by now that the world is going through a financial crisis, and the Central Bank of Nigeria, as well as the central banks of other countries, have said time and again that only financial literate citizens might be able to overcome these challenges. Just last year, Tech Cabal, a Nigerian publisher, reported that there are more African startups closing over financial related issues. And therefore, we make bold to say that financial literacy for personal and business development has come at a time when it is needed. So let's actually start with why. Why financial literacy? Simply put, financial literacy is now globally recognized as a major life skill, and that's interesting, and a factor for economic and financial stability. Financial literacy has actually proven to spur attendant externalities to the economy. And what I mean by that is financial literate individuals are more likely to succeed in business because of their improved entrepreneurship capacity, linkage to financial services, and more efficient use of financial resources. So this is why financial literacy is important. More so, it helps in planning and managing our personal and business finances. It also helps us to identify funding requirements. If you've seen you could call it the 8-point agenda or the 8 priority areas of the new administration, access to capital is actually one of it, ending poverty and the likes. But only financial literate citizens and businesses will be able to prepare the necessary documents that will give them access to this capital. More so, financial literacy helps us to manage our financial risks. It helps us to understand the business and economic landscape of our country. And very importantly, it helps us to comply with financial regulations. Like I said, the Finance Act, in case you haven't read it, is something you should read. New tax regulations. How do you comply? The government is talking about expanding the tax net. You need to know where you are at and where you should be focusing on in the coming months. Because of the looming financial crisis globally, taxation will be a very important part of every government, and you don't want to be caught off guard. So what is financial literacy? Simply defined, it involves having the financial knowledge required to undertake a broad range of activities that are integral to your personal and business success. It is having the knowledge required to plan and manage your finances. But for us, what is the goal in this course? Is to enhance our financial management skills by putting up a personal or business financial plan. What that means is at the end of this course, we expect that you should be able to put up a personal or business financial plan, a practical one that you can implement and that will impact on your financial goals. What do you need as we take up this course? Records. You need to have records of your spendings, records of your transactions. They're very important. most Nigerians, according to CBN, have limited financial literacy, despite the fact that they agree that having financial literacy would assist them in spending, planning, and managing their finances better. So we need to keep records, and we need to have records just in case you didn't before now. It's very important because you'll be needing them in this course. And finally, in part 2, we'll be talking about the Central Bank of Nigeria's framework for financial literacy. See you in part 2.